This is my Openclaw dashboard. I can see every single agent, what model they're running, whether they're online or offline. I've got all of my health information, CPU, RAM, disk usage. I can see if my local LM studio server is reachable. I've got real-time cost updates, uptime, backup status, and live activity feeds of everything my agents are doing. I built this entirely with one single prompt, one message to my head of infrastructure, head of coding, Atlas agent. He built this entire thing from scratch. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact prompt that I used, show you how to customize it for your own setup, and then we're going to watch Atlas build it with one shot, one prompt live. So let's get into it. All right, so digging into the dashboard here, this shows me everything I need to know for the Openclaw status. So going top to bottom here, right here we've got our security audit information that pulls directly from the security JSON. Next up we have our agent overview. So these are all my agents with all of their models and when they were last active. And if they're inactive for longer than an hour, then it goes to inactive. So we just use Atlas here, so it's showing as active. And then if I go ahead and chat with Claudia, it will all of a sudden come up and say active. So let's just do a quick test real quick to see if that works. Just say test to Claudia. She's actually the main agent, so I might have it like reorganize my agents at some point, but for right now, this is pretty solid for a one-shot prompt. All right, so there's Claudia, confirmed. Go back to our dashboard. And there we go. It says she is now active as of 11 seconds ago. So scrolling down here, we've got our system health. This is just all of the information of my Mac Mini that has my Openclaw instance running on it. So CPU status, RAM, disk usage, and then network uptime. I had it combine my LM Studio network uptime with my full network uptime for the whole system. So it'll tell me everything I need to know about the network. This is API cost tracking as of the last 7 days. It just tracks everything I need to know for all of my API models. So that right now is Minimax 2.7, which Claudia is on, and then Intel is on Grok 4.1 fast. And then down here is the channel status. Right now it's telling me I have Telegram set up with a token for each agent, which is correct. And then Discord I have set up and it just has one token for all agents, which is also correct. And then this one's interesting. I actually do have Slack set up. So this is one thing I might need to troubleshoot a little bit here, but it is saying it's disabled, even though Slack does work. So that is one thing I might have to look at with my Atlas agent to see what's going on there. And then down here we have our full backup status. Right now it's saying it has a fresh backup, and then all of the recent activity. So as you can see, I just talked to Claudia right here and it is showing me that is the last interaction that we have in our recent activity. So let's go ahead and check out the prompt. All right, so here's the full prompt. And I have shared this in my Google Docs. I'm gonna put this link in the description below so you guys can easily access it and copy and paste it. And I've made this super simple to set up for your own system. So right here I have my setup. This is everything that the prompt needs to know in order to get this dashboard fully working. So in my case, I do use an LM Studio endpoint at this address, and I want to know what that information is in my dashboard. If that's not something that is pertinent to your situation or you're not running a local model, you can go ahead and delete that within the network area right here. So right here in the panel 3, you've got network uptime, LM Studio endpoint is what I'm telling it. And then I'm also having it check the gateway latency and everything else. So you could delete the first part of this prompt if you don't have any local models running on your system. And then backup directory, this should be pretty standard for everyone, but this is just gonna be the user directory of your Mac Mini. In my case, it is users and then Claudia. And then just list all of your agents here below and their respective models that they are set up on. And then once you fill in all that information, this should be as easy as just copying this entire thing like this, and then just sending it to one of your agents. So anyway, let's keep going through some of these. So panel 1 is, like I said, the agent overview. So we already looked at that. Panel 2 is system health. So that's the CPU, RAM, disk usage of your Mac Mini. Panel 3 is your network uptime. We already went through that. And then panel 4 is the API cost tracking. This one took me a little while to get it fully working, but essentially I found a way to have it look for information on a 7-day basis in order to check your full cost tracking within a week's period. So I'll give you a good idea of how much money you're spending with your Openclaw instance. And then panel 5 here, got this one as the channel status. So these are all of the different channels. And in my case, I use Telegram and Discord. And again, you can change this based on however you have it set up. In this state right now, it's just as a general situation where it's just saying, just parse any channel summary that you find within the configuration. So if you have, for example, like WhatsApp set up, it should just parse it the exact same way as the way I have it set up with Telegram. And then panel 6, the backup state. So check the backup directory. That's what we hold it up above. And it's essentially looking for this specific file. So that's the backup that they just implemented in a pretty recent update in order to back up your entire configuration files on your Openclaw instance. And then panel 7 is just a basic recent activity. And then you can rearrange these however you want. So if you wanted panel, for example, 7 to be where panel 3 is, just kind of copy and paste where you want things to be. In my case, this is the way I like it set up, and I think it looks the best this way. And then this is the header security information that we went through as well. This is just pulling directly from the Openclaw security audit JSON file in order to fully give you all that information that's shown at the top of that dashboard. And then this right here is very important. This essentially tells your agent, hey, when my Openclaw instance restarts, go ahead and install the launch agent in order to keep it alive. And that way, whenever it reboots, it should automatically reboot the dashboard with your system. And then this is just a basic reminder to essentially do not adjust any of the source code of Openclaw. We don't want to essentially break our Openclaw with one prompt here. All right, so now let's do our testing here. Let's go ahead and copy this prompt and see what Atlas can do for us. Atlas is one of my agents. He is our head coder infrastructure, and I have put him on GPT 5.4 for this task. Now, that is one thing you should keep in mind is if you're doing this, I highly recommend using either GPT 5.4 or Opus 4.6 or any other frontier model that's super smart. We just want to make sure that this is going to be a smooth process and it's actually going to be like a one-shot prompt, which is what I've tried to engineer here. I've gone through and prompt engineered this a few different times, and this prompt here should be able to create this dashboard in one shot. So let's see what it'll do here. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time. It's probably going to take anywhere from what I've seen 3 to 4 minutes to produce. So let's just see what happens. All right, so now it's all done, and that actually took a little while longer than I expected, but let's go ahead and see what it created for us. So I'm just going to go to my web browser here, and then the local IP address of my Openclaw server, which is this here, and then we specified the port already. Let's go ahead and hit enter. All right, and here we go. We've got our super clean looking Openclaw dashboard. And yeah, I mean, we just looked at this earlier, but this just looks absolutely amazing. And like I said, if you use a frontier model, you should be able to get something that's very similar to this full dashboard that we set up here with that one-shot prompt. And then real quick, let's just do a quick test to see if this is actually live. So this is the backup state right here, and it says it's stale. And I'm just SSH right now into my Openclaw server, so we're just gonna run a quick backup. So Openclaw backup, create -- verify, and we'll see if that status changes. Just as a quick test to make sure that it's fully live and it's actually checking the information when we actually want it to check the information. Essentially every 60 seconds, it should refresh that dashboard. All right, so now we have a backup. Let's go back to our dashboard. Okay, and it updated instantly saying fresh backup as of 0 hours old because we just took it. So we confirmed that this whole dashboard is fully live and operational. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to be doing some more Openclaw videos, some Claude Code videos. I have a idea of a video coming up where I was thinking about combining Claude with Openclaw in a VM. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel if any of that interests you. And as always, have a wonderful day.